access quick access files. So here also you can see the folders. And here, see, you can it display all the files and it display all the folders here. The next option is shared with me options. That is shared with me is it shows the files and folders that have been shared with you. So just click on this. So you can see that what are the files shared. This is the option for chat with me. And recent option, it will get the recent files, working files, current working files. This display all the recent working files. The next one, starred file is, that is, if you're suppose if you're working if you're just take the folder, this is a folder. Suppose if you're working this folder frequently means you just declare this file is a starred file. That is for declaring this starred file, you just click on that file and add star. So this star indicates that is this file is you are going to use frequently. So that is a starred file. So if you declare as a starred file, you can get the list. That is, you can get the list when you click on the star. So these are the files are I declared as a starred files. So here, when you declare the star file, that is it's only starred for you. It will not be shared for anyone that shares the file and folders with you. Then trash file, you can remove any files. See, if you remove this file, it automatically moves to the trash file. So just select the folder. Suppose if you remove this file, it automatically move to the trash. So here I am pressing remove. So now this file is moved to the trash. So if you want to restore that file, again you just select that file. So when you restoring it will ask the options whether you want to restore or if you want to delete permanently, you just restore. Like that you can work. And here you have the options, that is um, just open this file folder. Here you have a file. You just click on this file. So when you click on this file, you may get you can get some of the options. That is the preview options. So what is the preview option means? It allows you to view the content without opening it. So when you click on the preview, it will be visible the content. It will give you the preview. You just close that, and again you just click on this. That is, it will ask open with corresponding applications, and you can share the file also. That is, when you click on this file, you can share with your friend. It will get you a dialog box. Here you can share with individual people or group of people. Here you just type mail ID, and if you want to send this file with more than one person, you just send it here also. Just type like this. After typing the mail ID, here you can see the options, that is whether the person can view the files or comment the files, or they can have the permission to edit the files. So select it and send it to the files. So this is the options. Now here you select this editor options and press send button. So now you can go and see your inbox whether the file is received or not. Slowly. Like this, you can send the file, or you can, if you want to share the file with more than one person. That is, here instead of typing all those mail ID, here I have certain mail ID, list of mail ID. Here I have 60 members, students details. You just select all those persons like this, Control C, and just press Control V. Like that also you can sync with more than one recipients. So there you can select the options also. Like that also you can share the files. The next one is you can also get the link of that file. So if you want to get link, you just click on that. You get the link. Just press copy button. So that is the link is copied. And if you want to restrict the file, here you have the options whether you want to restrict it or it will be visible to all the files. So that is the options. And you can share with your just copy the link and send with anybody. This is the share with your options. The next one is you can move this file to any directory. That is move options. So already in this file is in AS folder. If you want to move to this 120 folder, you just select that folder and you have the options. That is here you select the folder. Here you have the options move. Just move it. Like this, you can move the files. And here the important one is view the details. Here when you click on this view details, you will get the details of all the files and folder. It consists of two important details, that is the details and activity. That is details is here you can see preview the content of the details and you can see the image and size of the file and locations of the file, who is the owner of that file, and when it is created, when it is opened, when it is modified like that. So this is the details of the file, and also you can see the activity of each and this file. That is the file is uploaded on which date and file it is then moved to the trash file and it is restored and it is moved to this folder and it was renamed like that. You can see all those activities for each and every. And if you want to make a copy of that file, you can make the copy of that file. Just click on that, make a copy, it will get that as a copy of that file. And if you want to download this file, you can download it. You just click on this download, you will get the option. See, the file is downloaded. And if you want to remove this, you can remove. We discussed on it. And here you see the options, that is the grid view options. That is, it displays either in the list view or grid view. And when you select the list view, that is, it lists like all those files and folders. And when you select the grid view, that is, you can view the content without opening the file. That is the options given. And here you see the settings options. While pressing the settings, here you can have the three tabs. General, first one is general. It includes all the stuffs of the Google Drive and the notifications. If you want to get the notification for all about Google Drive via the email, you just click on this check box, and here it manages all the applications. And when you click on the keyboard shortcuts, it displays all kind of shortcuts used in the Google Drive. So these are Google Drive. Now let's move to the next one, Google Slides. That is, Google Slide is an online presentation app which is used to create and format the presentation and work with other people. So when you work with Google Slides, that is, you just click on this Google docs.google.presentation. Just click on it. You open. You just see the 9 dots. In this 9 dots, you just see the options. That is a Google Slides. So it will open up. So when you click on this file, that is initially the file presentation name is and title. You just rename this presentation. And here you can see the list of layouts. That is when you click on this plus button, that is it list of the different layouts already there. So here you can select which layout do you want. So like this, you can select the layouts also. So in this slide, there is an important concept is that is prepare the master slide. This slide is will reflect in all the slides. Like that, you can create the master slide. So here, go to the slide and create the master. That is edit master. In this edit master, you have a different formats. In this different formats are there. You just select the layout whichever you want. Here, if you want to change the background color for that layout also, you can select that. Here, if you want to fix the image, you can fix it. Or if you want to change only the colors, you select the color. And suppose if you want to fix any logo, that's master slide means you can fix the logos. For that, you just go to the image, and here you can upload the image from your computer, or you can search from your web, or you can take the photo. Now I'm going to search from the web. I just selected this image as a logo. You just resize it. And then next, add text in your slide and type any text. Here I'm typing Google Slides. And if you want to change the font of that text, you can change it. You can increase the font size also. And if you want to change the color of that font, you can change the color. And if you want to move to the center of the text box, center of the box, you have the options. Here you have the alignments. Here you just go and select the alignments like this. Then next, if you want to add one more text box here, you just add it and type lecture delivered by Sam. Like this. Type any content. And change the font of that lecture and the font style size also. And change this formatting bold and italic and change the color. And if you want to move to the center of that box, just go to the alignment and here you have the page number. If you want to include the page number for all the slides, just go to the insert and in this insert you can see the slide number. Here it will ask whether if you want to apply the slide number to all the slides. For the assessment, just apply like this. Now this is your page now. Now you can see the masters. Now go to the layout. This layout you can select your master slide. See, this is your master slide. See, this is your logo and Google slide. This is your title, and this is a footnote, and here you have the page number. So this is the base for all the slides. Just delete the slides. So like this, you can include any number of slides. Now we are going to design the slides. So just add the text box. Here type the content, presentation, edit, modify, delete. Like that you can type any content. Just select this content and change the font style and increase the font size and change the color also. And here you have number bullets, that is whether you want to apply the number bullets, you can select it, or you can select bullets like this. And if you want to apply the line spacing, here you have the different types of line spacing, you just apply it. Like this, you can create the content. And then the next slide, you can add the images, that is, here I am going to search the image from the web. Select the images. Here you have different images. Select any images from the browser and resize this image. Like this, you can have a unique number of slides. And after fixing the images, if you want to apply any animation, you just select the image and go to the options animate. Here it listed different animations. Here I am selecting, that is image fly from the top to bottom, and here it will work at the time of click event. And if you want to change the speed also, here you can change the speed. And for the single image, you can fix more than one animation also. Zoom in. This is also you can adjust the speed. And this one, for this image also, I'm going to give the animations. You just select the image and change spin. That is, I did this change. If you want to play this slide, you just click on this play. It will work. So like this, you can have the animations. The next one is, so you can add the audio and video also. So just include the slide like this, and just add the audio. Just press the audio. Here I stored one audio in my drive. So just select this audio. So after selecting this audio, it will come. Then just add the video also. Here you can search from the web, or you can search from the drive also. Here I am going to search from the website. Just select this audio. Here the audio is now. So if you want to check this audio, you can just present, click it present here. The audio is working. And if you want to play this video also, you can play it. Like this, you can work out video and audio also. Next, you have different shapes. That is, you have the options. You just go and select these shapes. Using these shapes, you can draw any kind of images and like this. Here we have the options. Can add, and here we have the different shapes. You just draw these any kind of images. These are all the shapes. Next, click on this new layer and just go. And if you want to create the table, in created. Here you have a number of, here you have to select number of rows and columns. So here I selected 3 cross 3, that is 3 rows and 3 columns. Here you just type the content, serial number, and name, and place. Like this. Now type the content. Like this. If you want to insert the row, just right click on it. Here you have the options. So if you want to insert a row, you can insert it. That is, if you want to insert the above row, you can insert it. Or you can insert the below row, you can insert it. Like this, you have options. You just insert on the side. If you want to insert the column, you can insert the column. Or if you want to insert the right column, left column, like this, you can insert it. And if you want to delete this row, you just delete this row. Like this. Just press the delete, it will delete. Like this, you can now have the tables. And next, insert new slide. Next, here if you want to create your chart, that is the different types of charts are there. Here I'm going to discuss pie chart. Here it will display the template. According to the template, you can change the content also. You just click on the link, and here you see the open source. When you click on this open source, it will open the respective Excel sheet. See here, this is a template for that graph. And after opening this slides, you can type. For example, here I am going to type student marks, and the different students are there. You just type the name of the student. Here out of 500, I am going to give the marks 450, 350, and 470, and 490. Like this. So according to our value, it will reflect. Suppose for this 5 slides, I don't like this color. I want to change the color of that Sandeep students means just right click, and you just see the different colors. You can select the color also. You have different styles also. You just select chart style. Here, if you want to set the background for this graph, you can have the background like this. If you want to change the font style, you can change it. If you want to change the border of this graph, you can have border. And if you want to maximize the graph, just maximize it. If you want to in 3D representation, you can have like this. So this is its chart style. The next one is pie chart. In this pie chart, you can select the labels. Whether you want the label in the graph, you just select the label. You want to display the value in the graph, you just select the value. If you want to select the percentage, like that you can select that. So value with percentage means you select. Here also you have the options, that is label font. If you want to change the label font, you can change it. And here the size is there. You can give it size, and you can give it bold, italic, and all. If you want to change the color, text color, like this, you can change the text color also. The next one is pie slides. Here for Sangeet, that is we used to fill with this color. If you want to change the color, you just select the student and change the color also. And if you want to change the color for Hari, just change the color. And Denise also you can change the color. Like that you can change the color for each and every person. Then chart and access. Here default name is points code. If you want to change the title of the graph, you can change it. That is students, student marks. So if you want to change the font style, you can change the font size. You can increase the font size. And here, if you want to fix the bold and italic, and if you want to specify it in the center, you can specify it. And if you want to change the type color also, you can change the color like this. So after completing all those works, you just go to your slide. Here you see the options update. Just press the update. It will reflect all the changes. It is updating. So like this, you can have the slides. Then next include the next slide. And here also you can draw the different graphs, different diagrams, and you can see the different diagrams. Just click on the diagram and rename it, and you can use that diagram also. And then if you want to comment this slide, you can comment it. So like this, you will get the box here. You will come like this, you will comment. Suppose if you want to edit the comment, you can edit it. If you want to delete this comment, you can delete this comment also. The next one, here, if you want to create the duplicate slide, you can create the duplicate slide. Just select the slide and create the duplicate slide. If you want to delete that slide, you can delete that slide. And here the skip slide is, if you want to skip this slide while presenting your presentation, you just skip the slide. That is, this indicates that is you are going to skip this slide. And if you want to move the slide up and down, so you can move it. That is slide up. You can move. Like this, you can move the slide. And if you want to change the background for this particular slide, you can change the background. Like this, you can change. And then already we created a master slide. If you want to edit the master slide, means you can also edit. See, I'll show you how to edit. Here, just include one more image. I just drag this image and resize this image. And when you go to the slide layout, you just see it is reflected in all the slides. So like that, you can do the editing operations in the master slide. Then next, if you want to share these slides with your friend, you can share it. I already teach you how to share the files in Google Drive also. So same format you can share with your friends. And if you want to import the slides, means you can also import. So just click on this import window and select the slide. Which folder if you want to include. Here I just selected this slide, 30SS folder. Whether you want to import all the files means just select all the files, or if you want to select only particular files means you select the slides. I just selected these slides, just import. You can see these slides are imported. If you want to make a copy of the entire slide, you can take the copy, just press the entire copy. Here, if you want to change the name, you can change it, just leave the button. It is taking the copy of entire slides. Like this, you can have all the slides. Now, if you want to select only particular slide, if you want to take a copy only particular slide, means you just select the slide using control button. Then we go to the make a copy only selector. This is only selector. See here you can see the it display only selected slide. Here we selected only 4. So this is slide. The next one, if you want to download the slide, you can have different format. Whether you want to download it as a PowerPoint or PDF or JPG, so you can download it the slides. Here I selected PDF, so it is downloading as a PDF. Here you can see this. So it is downloading PDF. And then if you want to send as attachment, you can send it. Let us select send a file to whom you want to send. You just type respective.ds. And this I select her. Here if you want to type any messages, you can send it. This is a slide like this. And then if you want to rename it, you can rename it. If you want to move to the folder, you can move to the folder. So these are all the slides. And after completing your slide, you just go to the presentation. The next slides. Like this, we can have can be the presentation to all the slides. That's it. If you want to exit, you just exit. This is a slide presentations. Then next, we'll see the next one, that is a Grammarly for Pro. That is, if you want to eliminate the errors while writing your content, you can eliminate it. You just install this Grammarly in your Chrome extensions. So when you install this, it will check. If there is any error in the content. You just install it. That is for installation. You just go and browse it. That is a Grammarly for Chrome. You just install in your computer in your browser. Here I already installed. This is which is used to check the errors. And next one is plagiarism checker for online. That is it, which is offered by prepostseo.com. It is also extension of Chrome. So using this extension, you can scan the content for plagiarism with just a single click. It is a 100% free extension. You can scan only limited content. So now see the how it is working. That is a plagiarism checker. You just include it. Let's see how it is working. So like this it will work. So here I installed the Grammarly extension and also plagiarism extension. You just go to the box here, just select the content which you want to scan. Here just select the content. Just test it. So Grammarly started to check the contents. Here you have the errors. So like this, if you have the errors, it will indicate in the red color. See here I have the errors. You just correct it. Like this, after completing errors, you have the option check plagiarism. Just click on this plagiarism. So it will check how much percentage is unique. So it is checking. So here, this content 6% is plagiarism content and 90% is unique. And also you can see this line is copied from this website also. Like this, you can correct the errors, you can correct the grammars, and also you can scan the websites also. You can scan the content also. The next one. Next, we are going to see the Google Meet. In this Google Meet, I'm going to teach you that is a Google Meet attendance, how to take the Google Meet attendance, Google Meet auto admit, Google Meet not, Google Meet push to talk, Google Meet do it list. So first to discuss what is meant by Google Meet. So Google Meet is a video communication service which is offered by Google. It has a secure connections and also you can work together from anywhere. You can have a 250 people at a time. So that is the Google Meet. So when you click on this, that is Google Meet, you can type this address in the address bar. You will get this dialog box. Here you have the option start a meeting. So which is used to start a meeting. And if you have the link already, just type the code in this meeting. You will get it. Here, after enter into this window, here you just see this, that is meeting details. Here you can get the meeting details also. Here this is which is used to mute and unmute the microphone, which is switch on the camera. If you want to leave the meeting, just press the meeting. And if you want the subtitles for the meeting, you just click on it. If these are all the meetings, then you can also see the number of participants in the meeting. And if you want to invite the people, you can just click on this add people, you can invite it. And if you want to present any content to the participants, you just click on this present now and you just have a screen and select this share button, and after that you can present it. So this is Google Meet. And next one is the Google Meet attendance. It is very easiest way to record the Google Meet participants. That is, it is the simplest way when you use the Google Meet attendance. So when you add this extensions, that is which is record the which students are attended, when they arrive, how long they stay. After completing these things, when you leave from the meeting, it will take the HTML report also. Now let's see. So you have to install this extension into the Chrome. That is, this is a symbol. Here I installed this. So after installing, here you will get the dialog box, small dialog box. Here if you have a different classes, here you can read the class name also. Suppose if you completed one meeting, suppose we are going to attend the next meeting means it will ask whether if you want to clear the previous attendance. You just click the OK. And like this, here you can see the creating classes. You can create the class, or if you want to reset the class, you can reset the class. So after starting the meeting, here you can see this is the monitoring attendance, and you will get the message your meet has been started. That is, your meet has been started this time. If the time is correct, you just close it. So after this, that is here you have these settings, and just click on the settings. You just see the some of the settings, that is Monitoring attendance is recommended. If you want, you just click on that. Whether you want the attendance in HTML file, you just click on this. If you want the attendance in the CSV file, you just click on this. Like this, you have to set the attendance. And after after setting all those settings, here you can see this is downloading CSV file, this is downloading HTML file. So this is using this icons you can download the attendance. Here I will show you this sample attendance for you. So I downloaded the HTML for my class. Here, see this is the class minus second MSc. So date of the meeting and starting time of the meeting and ending time of the meeting. Here you can easily record the how long they can stay in the meeting. So this is the meeting attendance. The next one, Google Meet Auto Admit. Suppose if you conduct a meeting, let us you have to admit the participants, then only they can attend the meeting. So admitting the participants is a very tedious task. You have to give the admit to all the participants. So instead of giving admit manually, you can give the automatic options. So for that, you just have the extension in Pro, that is Meet Auto Admit. You just install this Meet Auto Admit. See, I already installed here. Here you have the options also. That is switch on and switch off. If you switch on these options, it will allow the participants automatically. If you switch off these options, it won't allow the participants automatically. So this is Meet Auto Admit. And next one is a Google Meet Nod. So it's like a quick emoji reactions. So when the participants is in the mute mode, if you want to send the reactions, they can send the reactions using this nod. Here they can have the options whether that is participants can clap or participants can raise the questions during session without interruptions. So for that, we just include nod reactions for Google Meet. This is a symbol. Here I installed the node. After installing, you can get see like this. You can have different reactions. If you want to raise the questions during the meeting, you can just click on this. We can this like this. This is node. And Google Meet push to talk. So when you are attending the meeting, that is, if you want to mute and unmute the microphone, you have to use your mouse for muting and unmuting. Instead of using mouse, you can use the space bar. So when you press the space bar, it will unmute the microphone. When you release the when it is released, it mute the microphone. So for that, you just use Google Meet push to talk extension. You just include add into your browser. So just added, see the symbol. After installing, you can use the buttons. And Google Meet dual list, that is when you attend that meeting, you are not able to work with other window. So if you want to split that window into pair, so you can work with other window without disturbing the meeting. So here you have the resizing the position and size also. You can have the resizing. See, for that, you just include dual list options. You just include into the Chrome. Here I included. So here you have the different size of the window. This is display the entire screen. If you work with the two different screen, you can work on. Here you just select. Here I selected this window. See, now you can see this. This is your meeting screen. This is your screen. Without disturbing this meeting, you can work on. I'll show you again.
But blended learning
See here.
Yes, please.
This is Google Node options. Here you have the different symbols. If you want to raise the questions, you can raise the questions also. Here, if you want to split this window into 12 mode, here you can use this options. You can select this one. So without disturbing this meeting, you can work with this. And here you have the space bar. You just press the space bar, it will mute and unmute. And here you have the option button. So with that option button, you can admit the students automatically. And if you want to monitor the attendance, you just install the monitoring attendance. So now it is monitoring. After completing the meeting, you can download this. See how many of them attending this meeting like this. It will take the attendance. Suppose if you want to download into the CSV file, you can download it. Like this, you can download it. So that's all. Thank you. Thank you. If you have any queries, you can ask.
Ma'am, excellent presentation, ma'am.
Thank you.
Very informative session, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Can we permit the